When you grow up in a house like mine, you learn early that love isn't free, it's conditional, and it always comes with bruises. I was 12 when I first started working. My dad said if I wanted to eat extra, I had to earn it. So after school, I bagged groceries. When I got home, Mom would yell because I was late for dinner, and if I spoke back, Dad would take off his belt. That was normal. That was how he taught lessons. When my little brother Aaron was born, everything changed, but not for me. For him, he was the golden child from day one. They called him their miracle baby. Mom stayed home to take care of him. Dad bragged about him at work. They bought him toys, video games, brand-name clothes. He didn't have to wash a single dish. Me? I was the help. The son they used, not the one they loved. When the rent was short, my dad would shout, "You're old enough to contribute." So I did. I worked nights at the gas station after school. I fixed neighbors' fences on weekends. I came home with calloused hands and empty eyes. I paid rent in a house I didn't own. I bought groceries for people who never said thank you. And I stayed. Because leaving felt impossible. One night when I was 19, Dad told me to give Aaron my savings so he could buy something nice for his birthday. I said no. He slapped me so hard my ear rang for hours. That night, I packed a single duffel bag and left. No note, no goodbye, no looking back. The first year out was hard. I slept in my car for a while. Took every job I could, dishwashing, landscaping, warehouse shifts. I learned that peace is expensive, but worth every cent. I didn't call them. They didn't call me. Over time, I built something like a life, a real one. I got an apartment, then a promotion, then a wife. We had a daughter. I started to understand what love was supposed to feel like. Quiet, safe, steady. Then, 10 years later, my phone rang. It was Mom. I almost didn't answer. But curiosity got the better of me. "Hello?" I said. "Oh, so you do remember us," she said, voice sharp, like she'd been saving that tone. Before I could respond, she sighed dramatically. "We're not doing too well. Your father, he got into some trouble at work. They fired him for something stupid. People are jealous of him. You know how it is." Then Dad grabbed the phone. "Don't believe your mother," he barked. "They said I was selling company info. Lies. I gave that company 20 years. Mom jumped back in. "Anyway, we're struggling to pay rent now. Aaron's birthday is next week, and he wanted a PlayStation 5. We told him maybe his big brother would help out. You've got money now, right?" I felt something cold spread through me. For a second, I couldn't even speak. "Let me get this straight," I said slowly. "You're calling me after 10 years of silence because you want me to buy Aaron a PlayStation?" Mom huffed. "Don't be dramatic. You're the eldest son. You're supposed to look after your family." I laughed. It wasn't a kind laugh. "Family? You mean the people who made me pay rent at 16? The ones who hit me for eating too slow? The ones who told me I'd never be good enough?" Dad snapped, "Watch your mouth. We raised you." "You used me," I said. "You raised Aaron." There was silence on the line. Then Mom said bitterly, "We did what we had to. You were always difficult. Always ungrateful." "Ungrateful?" I said, my voice cracking. "I worked 3 jobs just to keep the lights on in that house while he sat playing video games you bought with my money. I'd come home from work and you'd still call me lazy. I went hungry so Aaron could get new sneakers." Dad barked, "Enough. You think you're better than us now? You think money makes you right?" "No," I said quietly. "I think decency does." They both started shouting over each other, excuses, insults, the same tired noise I'd grown up with. I let them talk until they ran out of breath. Then I said the last thing I would ever say to them. "You always said blood is thicker than water," I said. "But it turns out peace of mind is thicker than guilt." And I hung up. Then I blocked their numbers, emails, social media, everything. Years passed. I never heard from them again. My daughter turned 7 last year. She's smart and kind and has my wife's eyes. We had another kid, a boy this time. Sometimes, when I tuck them in at night, I think about my father's voice, the yelling, the anger, the fear that lived in every wall of that house. Then I look at my kids and make sure my voice stays soft. I tell them I'm proud of them for being themselves. I tell them love doesn't have to hurt. I tell them I'll never make them earn their place in my home. Because I learned something my parents never did. You can't fix where you came from, but you can make damn sure it ends with you.